Like that, as if it's something to be proud of, and then to dismember the bodies and then roast, it's beyond monstrous. On the floor with his fate unknown as at the time the video was released. Meanwhile, the federal government, which described the development as... Good evening, the great people of Biafra all over the world. Good evening, the great people of Africa. I welcome you to today's broadcast. It's been a while, but we're just happy to be back. I just want to apologize for the late kickoff of this show. We're supposed to start this show at 8 o'clock Biafra time, but we are 27 minutes late. That means we are live, we are direct, and it is 27 minutes on top of the hour. Regardless of your place of domicile, while you are joining, invite others to join by sharing the video. Invite others to join by sharing the video. It is very, very important. If you are joining, invite others to join by sharing the video, because we want to expose something. Because I followed a lot of things this week, but I was not able to come online. But those followings are the things that I need to expose to the world. So share this video, invite other wise people just like yourself to join the broadcast. So first of all, we are going to start with something that happened few days ago within this week, where the Arise News brought their media or their news making a claim that the IPOB ESN beheaded some police officers. Because we are going to start from the grassroots, then I will be able to show you the game that the government of Nigeria is playing. I will show you that the government of Nigeria is playing. They are actually playing games with the life of the police. They are playing games with the life of the individuals. They are playing games with the life of everybody. That is exactly what they are doing. First of all, let us go through that news that Arise News projected, or they presented to the world, claiming that it is proscribed IPOB and ESN, according to them, that beheaded the Nigeria police. Some murder of the two policemen. Tundu, what's your take on this? I mean, this is completely monstrous. It's beyond monstrous. Clearly, I haven't watched the video. I will never watch such a thing. But the idea that some people can be so depraved as to murder human beings and film themselves as if it's something to be proud of, and then to dismember the bodies and then roast people's heads, and then they're not, these are serving police officers, and they have names: ASP Francis Idoko, Inspector Emmanuel Akubo, Inspector Rufai Adamu are the three men there. Two, unfortunately, deceased and decapitated, and one alive in the video, which we pray he still is as of now. But this really, for me, is about the heinous murder of serving police officers and the complete lack of respect for law enforcement officers in this country that we continue to witness. This is so abhorrent, and the federal government cannot tolerate this. Action must be taken, and I really don't care for the federal government cannot tolerate this. All this media house, like I told you before, they don't do their due diligence.
They just find a video on a public domain. They start broadcasting. They start giving a news. They start laying a blame and making their claims. These media houses in the zoo, that's the only thing that they do. This media house exactly is one of the media houses that I always like to follow. I always like to follow this media house, but it seems like they have joined force with the Gata media, who does not do their due diligence. They just report every video that they found on a public domain without being able to investigate to get exactly the fact or the factual data to back up this video. That's what they are doing. They just reported it. They started lamenting to make it so obvious it is IPOB and ESN. But that is by the way, because the reason why I played this video is to ask you some question. Immediately when this happened, they labeled it on IPOB and ESN, claiming that IPOB and ESN, they do this type of things. They take a video and they actually are the people who did this are actually calling for a tribal problem. They are calling for a tribal problem. I am going to show you the similar thing where it happened. I am going to show you the similar thing where it happened because this that you are seeing, what is confusing me is why is it all of a sudden after this incident took place, emergency appearance of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria court just began or just was announced. After this incident took place, the emergency appearance of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to the Nigeria court was announced. So I know that the wise people amongst us and the wise people across the world probably must have figured out exactly that news of beheading police officers, what exactly it is. Because that news, it is a drama which was presented. It is actually a tragic and a real drama which was presented to the world to label everything that is connected to IPOB and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to give them a reason to back up the claim and the request from the northern elders or from the northern caliphate that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should not be released, because those ones, they do not know their problem. They do not know where their problem is coming from. Remember, they've been making a claim that if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should be released, that one of them will do the same thing, and according to them, that they will go and bring civil disobedience and bring the stability to the country, and they will start proposing for that person to be released. That was exactly what they said. That was exactly their word. And that same word of theirs is after they made that proclamation that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must not be released. Then, guess what happened? They started actually planning. I hope you know quite well that there are people, Fulanis in Igbo land, that speak fluent Igbo. There are Hausas in Igbo land that speaks fluent Hausas. So that speaks fluent Igbo rather. So that is exactly what is going on. Immediately after they have spoken, they do not want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be released. After they have spoken through their spokesperson, they do not want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be released. All of a sudden, a video surfaced, people, beheading police officers, only to say they are ESN and IPOB. They are ESN and IPOB. Who will be able to know or differentiate Fulani herdsmen who will be able to differentiate this Fulani army of conquest that has been parading themselves, burning places in Biafra land when they become or when they change wearing or a mufti. When they go out of their uniform, who will be able to see them, to know what they look like? No one. That is the reason why they planned that attack. They beheaded police officers. They actually presented it in a way to the extent of them saying this one is a Fulani, this one is this, one is that. To make sure that they would implicate IPOB and ESN, to make sure that what they have been campaigning for is going to happen, for federal government not to hearken to the voice of the Eastern leaders, because these Eastern leaders, they see them as nothing. They see Eastern people, they see people from the East, both from your leaders, from anything. You know what they do? They are using you guys all. They are using you. There was a video or a voice that came with one of the video of DOS Chika Edozie one time when some Fulani person or Hausa person was talking about how they use Igbo people. That Igbo people are ready to pay you. Igbo people are, if you use them, your things will go right, because all they do is to use us. All they do is to use our people. That's what they do. They keep using our people. They tell you that Igbo people are this, Igbo people are that. They use you to, you go to the den of a lion, you make money. They come to you, you give it to them willingly because you are their fools. They are using you the same way they, because they are using you, they see you as nothing. They see you as, there is nothing that you will say that will stand in Nigeria. It is not possible because you are their puppets. And I don't blame them. Actually, it is our political leaders who made themselves their subject, who made themselves available for these people to use them, and for who sold their dignity to these people, that whenever they come to the media, anything that is going to make the Eastern region to belong to this structure called Nigeria, they always overrule it. They always object it. They always countermort it. Anything that will make you to feel like you are belonging to the society of this structure called Nigeria, they will always speak against it. When the time of Igbo presidencies, they came and they spoke about it. They came and they spoke against it. Now, during the time when some of the elder people went to see the man in Aso Rock to negotiate the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they came back, they say Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must not be released. Otherwise, they are going to do something. I don't know what exactly they are going to do other than this banditry they have created, killing the innocent people who does not have a voice in the north. Because these people, these cowards, they are not seeing these things. They are not seeing the bandits who are killing and dismantling people from their homes. They cannot see these things. The only thing they are seeing is Nnamdi Kanu, because he is actually quenching the fire that is burning and bringing profit. The fire that is burning against the people from the east, that is bringing profit to them. They know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is preaching for the fire to be quenched in the east. That is the reason why They do not want him to be released. They don't care even if all the people in the north die in the hands of Boko Haram. They don't care about all the people in the north dying in the hands of banditries. They do only care about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu being released. That is their biggest concern, because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have exposed every way possible that they are using to exploit and marginalize the people of Biafra. That is exactly the reason why they are so angry with him. Because I don't believe that a common man are displaced from their home who does not have a voice to speak against all this terrorism and everything that is happening in the north. I don't believe that they are going to be thinking like this. They are politicians, because their politicians only care about their pocket. Their politicians only care about themselves. They only care about their selfish benefit. That is the reason why they cannot see that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not their problem. That is the reason why they cannot see that bandit is killing them. That is the reason why they cannot see the ISWAP killing them. That is the reason why they cannot see the only place where they discover some mineral resources, Boko Haram, have taken place. They are not working to know the reason why Boko Haram chose to be in Sambisa forest or in Zamfara state. They did not try to investigate to see exact reason why they must resist the attack of this banditry and ISWAP, coupled with Boko Haram, which is becoming a history, a culture to them, dying from terrorism. They are not actually talking about that. The only thing they are talking about is release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is the reason why they moved swiftly few days ago. After beheading the police officers, they are using their mercenaries who were able to speak Igbo fluently to present themselves to the world, just like IPOB and ESN. Immediately it happened. This Arise News, these people who does not have investigative journalists, who does not go to the field to investigate exactly what is happening before they report. They just started reporting IPOB and ESN. Federal government should not take this lightly. Federal government should not do this, do not do that. You know, when you are talking something that you do not know, something that you are just in your office, you receive a video clip, you start reporting, you start condemning without knowing the exact what happened or who are those people killing the police officers. It is also IPOB and ESN who went to the north to cause a prison break there. The unknown gunmen. They do not know who to report or who to blame it on. That one, it is only when it happened in the east. They blame it on the people who are fighting the banditry. They blame it on the people who are fighting terrorism. They blame it on the people who are in the bush fighting against everything that is killing people in the bush. That is what they did. And all of a sudden, after a few days, emergency court proceeding of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was announced. Emergency court proceeding of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was announced. Just to remind you, I want to take your mind back to that place. The moment that incident took place, it is that incident, you may know that it is actually a projected by the Nigeria government using their mercenaries who speaks Igbo fluently, acting that drama, but apparently human life was lost. Human life was lost because that is the Nigeria will do anything Nigeria will do everything and anything to make sure that they achieve their selfish gain and their selfish goal. That was the reason why they beheaded those police officers, to blame it on the structure laid by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to use it to still prosecute him. They announced the emergency court appearance. They announced emergency court appearance. Apparently, Nigeria trying to clean themselves up from all the mess that they've been creating in Federal Abuja. They decided to open the court for all the legal counsels to come in. They decided to open the court for the media to come in. And they are going to make a claim that the reason why they decided to allow, or they are not allowing people to come into the court, maybe because someone will come into the court, become a drone helicopter or a winged animal to take Mazen Nnamdi Kanu away from the court, including the old elder statesman. They presented that drama they presented to you yesterday. They issued some order to the DSS, as if DSS ever listened to this court, as if DSS ever listened to this court to provide Mazen Nnamdi Kanu a full comfort that he deserved. Are you paying attention? They created what happened in the southeast, beheading of policemen. All of a sudden, they announced the emergency appearance of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to the court. They did not present Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to the court. They allowed the media, they allowed the legal counsels to come in. All these things they are doing. Why is it few days after some officers was beheaded and blamed it on IPOB and ESN? Mazen Nnamdi Kanu case was brought to court all of a sudden to remind you, so that you will not forget. They present to the world, lie to the world, deceiving the world. You should not forget that these people that was created by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did this. Therefore, they bring his case to court. Psychology. They brought his case to court after they have killed and beheaded police officers, blaming it on the ESN. They presented Mazen Nnamdi Kanu case file back to court, acting all good, bringing in the media because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was not there. Because the media, the reason why they don't want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be there with the media is because one of the media might ask Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, what are they doing to you in the DSS dungeon? Once he opened his mouth, everything for Nigeria is gone wrong, or everything for this government is gone wrong. That is the reason why they do not allow anybody to go into the court when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is there. All these security threats that they claim they are fighting, they are trying to avoid, they are all sham, they are all lies. Because what they are doing is to make sure that no one communicates with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. No media will be able to communicate with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for you to not to know the exact thing that is going on behind the scene in that dark room they kept him in the DSS dungeon. That is exactly the reason why they did what they did. You believe they have allowed the media. Some of the media house was reporting, we are live inside the courtroom, we are this, we are that. Then what happened? What happened? Why was the emergency presentation to the court of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu reported? They haven't told us. I didn't see exactly reason why the emergency appearance or the emergency proceeding of the case. Is it because they want DSS who never followed any instruction from the judiciary ever since Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was incarcerated? Is it that they want to give a directive to the same DSS? That's the reason why they presented this drama. They brought this drama to show the world that media is allowed in the court proceeding of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to show the world the legal counsel is allowed in the court proceeding of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not present in the court. But when he's present in the court, everyone is locked out of the court, including his lawyers, because they do not want anybody to communicate with him. They do not want to communicate with him or to interview him, for him to speak out with his voice to tell the world, this is the type of treatment I have been subjected to. This is exactly what is happening to me behind the scene. That is the reason why they will not allow you to go in as those of you media house who are so happy we were able to go to court because Mazen Nnamdi. This was a presented drama. It is a presented drama. And you should know that. It was just a sham. That was not actually court proceedings. They just want to bring together the beheading of police in the East done by this Nigeria government using their mercenaries in the East, blaming it on Nnamdi Kanu, presenting Nnamdi Kanu's case after some days. It is not just a coincidence. It is not a coincidence. For those of you who are saying that those who did this, you don't care about who knows who they are or who federal government should not, you should ask federal government to produce you those syndicates. Because federal government will not be able to provide those syndicates who beheaded police officers. That after a few days, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's case was brought to court. Because we are going to keep decoding everything that they have presented to use it to deceive the aim of justice, to use it to deceive the world. Because what they are doing is to find everything will possible, everything possible to pin on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to keep the torture going in the DSS dungeon without anybody questioning, without for the world to be seeing it, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as the problem, because they will present the problem. They will present this all these things to the world just to deceive them. Because the world is full of gullible people, just like Arise News, who pick it up, keep calling ESN, keep calling ESN. That's exactly what they do. And let us go into that court proceeding that took place. Most of the media houses were so happy that they were able to go into the court as if they haven't seen the court for the first time. They were able to go into the court when the real person was not presented to court. They allowed you because the real person is they don't want to communicate with anybody for anybody to know the inhuman treatment that they are giving him, or for you to know injecting him his food, or for you to know how he was abducted from Kenya. They do not want that to come out. That is the reason why they do not want anybody that is not working with them to be in court with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is how it is. They do not want anybody that is not working with them to be in court with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, so that their truth will not be revealed to the public domain. That is exactly what they are actually doing. They are not preventing you from going into the court just because of the security of believing that you will break Mazen Nnamdi Kanu free. They know that the people of the Biafrans are wiser than that. The Biafrans, they don't do those type of dirty stuff, because the Biafrans know and the Biafra strongly know or believe that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is innocent, because there is no place they will be pin or prosecute Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. There is no evidence they will produce to back up their claim against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So they are actually killing innocent people. They are actually creating. They are actually trying to create evidence. The next thing you will see is that Malami have amended the count charges. That is the next thing you will see. They have amended the count charges. That is Nigeria for you. That is Nigeria for you. If they will be able to plan against who came to stand in solidarity with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they plan to execute him. They plan to kill him with their bandits. As so many of you must have seen the video that went viral where they plan to execute the activist, the Revolution Now activist. Because if they cannot pin you, they look for a way to kill you. That is exactly what is going on. If they cannot pin you, they look for a way to kill you. That is what Nigeria stands for. If they cannot nail you, they look for a way to kill you. Let us see what it is like in the court yesterday. Let us see this video before we go to the video of how they attacked Sowore. Sowore, who came to stand in solidarity with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They tried to kill him. They hired their thug to kill him, just like the way they hired their thug in the East to kill police officers, to behead police officers, to make it clear to tell you this is Fulani, to make it clear to tell you this is Hausa, to make it clear to show you that this is it was done by ESN. That is what they do. And we must keep exposing these their evil atrocities. Everywhere conflict. Everywhere conflict.
downstairs. Let's go downstairs. Let's go downstairs.
The court is to resume by 12:30 a.m. today. I mean 12:30 p.m. as Peter Yanko has stated. We are going downstairs to continue the interview process.
Okay, so if you cannot get a position, where that child? I can't hear you. Are we ready?
Yes, correct. Please, let them know what happened. What transpired today.
Circumstance and no motion. Afterwards, matter was returned to January 1920. So, in view of the enabling laws, apparent CJA and Federal Court Passage Direction, which require the hearing of application prior of the case of this nation, day to day, we filed an application for the time within which we hear this application, this matter, we agreed. So that application was filed as some of the respondents to the federal government, and it was slated for hearing. So, and the court had it to be consequently granted the application for a bit of time. Though the court took us through the time schedule, diary, and obviously it's apparent that the court may not be able to accommodate this day, but the Federal High Court is still on vacation on 14th of this month. So, and other engagement, the official engagement is not cheap, we have. So, now adjourned to 18th of January to hear the application challenging the decision of the court to end charge. So that application is very fundamental. Fundamental in the sense that if it's ruled in our favor, that will bring to an end this charge. And it's rooted on strong laws, facts, and arguments in law, because we of the view, firm view in law, that 7-count charge, the charge filed against our client, defendant, is not only watery but empty and a worthless weapon. So, and we effectively challenge it, and we are of the firm view and believe strongly in law that that application will be found in the meritorious way it is had. However, you are familiar with the fact that we raised concerns a few days ago, me and my colleague, concerns a few days ago, through our press statement about his condition in DSS, how he's been subjected to confinement, how his medical experts are not allowed to see him, how the court orders are being flouted with levity by the SSS officials, the authority. So we raised those concerns, and courts made several orders today. First of all, that his place of detention should be changed. Two, that the DSS should allow the medical experts to visit him, and they should comply with orders of the court, and also provide him with good food, and also allow persons of his choice to also visit him and allow him to practice his faith, because before now he hasn't been allowed to practice his faith. So the court made order today to allow him to practice his faith today, and also giving good food. So these are among the fundamental orders court made today, and they are rolling out to those orders today. And of course, we are in court. The court said in the event the detaining authority, the DSS, who has been in the practice of disobeying and violating court orders, flout the order made by the court today, we should come back to court anytime when that is done. So, and we believe strongly that this time around they will comply with court order. So, in the days past, we have had cause to come before this court to file contempt proceedings against the DGSSS following their flagrant disobedience to court orders. And those applications haven't been had. And we also have incorporated the facts of the manner in which they are flouting this court order, and itemize the orders of the court with the flouting. So those applications are still before the court will inform the court. The court may run out and say, if in the event they proceed to flout any of these orders, the court handed down to it, and we should come back to court. And we believe that they will obey court orders made today. We believe strongly, most strongly. So we are coming back on January 18th for the hearing of the application challenging the decision of the court on 18th of January. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, and if I may add, as you can see from our countenance, we're not too pleased with the police in this way. No, we're not police. We walked away with something, but that's not really what we wanted. We wanted to move that application, challenging the jurisdiction of the court. That is key to our defense strategy. But that we were not able to move that application today is not pleasing to us. But we can understand the procedural constraints within which the court had to operate today. We went through all that, and it was something quite a little bit out of ordinary. But at least we went home. We're going home with some improvement in our client's detention conditions. It's something that has been critical in our own reckoning, and we got that improvement as court order today. Thank you very much.
So you heard it yourself. They told them that if the DSS refused to adhere to the court order, they should come back to court. They will keep coming back to court, obviously, because DSS, they do what they want. DSS, they do what they want because these are the DSS. Is accident you get Malami, then you get DSS. They do what they want. That is the reason why they told them if the DSS refuse to adhere, they should come back. They should come back to court. And then if they come back to court, they will give another directive and tell them if DSS refuse to agree to work on that, they should come back to court. That's what they will be doing. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be in the DSS dungeon suffering. Mazen Nnamdi, I know that so many of you who are very gullible will be thinking that it is being pushing, that is being done by these politicians who claim they are seeking for a political solution. That is the reason why the emergency court proceedings happened. It was not that. The emergency court proceedings was presented to you at that minute because of they have done something that they need to pin on ESN. So they have to bring court of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to, they have to bring up the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu back to court, allowing everybody to come into the court, allowing the media to come into the court, which make them so excited as if they haven't seen the court before. At the end of the day, so that those two incidents and how it happened, people will be thinking, is it this same what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu created that is beheading police, and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is now in court? To back up the claim of these elders, so-called elders in the north, who does not know that Boko Haram and the bandits is killing their people. So these are the things that is happening that you will see in court, only to come to court to tell them to tell the DSS to give comfort to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But that was not what they filed. That was not the case they filed. They filed for the transfer of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from the police custody, from the holding cell of DSS to the correctional center, where he will get all the medical attention that he desires. And the same reason why they went to court, they changed it. They now issued a directive to the DSS to ask them to give Mazen Nnamdi Kanu comfort. From the beginning of this case, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu never received any comfort, never received a good medical attention, never received a good food. You can see his condition. Court issued the directive. The DSS adhered to it? No. They are issuing another directive, different one from the first one, as if the same people who ignored the first one is going to, and they tell you to come back to court. Is that the only reason why, after beheading 3 innocent police officers in the East, in fact, there is no police that is innocent. Police has so many enemies across Nigeria. Actually, I cannot call them innocent just because they were killed by the same Nigeria government and machineries. They are not innocent. After they have killed these police officers, because there is always a sacrificial lamb for this government, they don't care about human life. The only thing they care about is the result they are going to get, is to achieve their selfish benefit. After killing them, in the next few days, court proceeding, and people believe that it is from the political solution. It is not part of the political solution. It is not part of the political solution. What you saw that happened in court, or what you saw that happened at Abuja yesterday, they did it to prove a point. They did it to deceive the world. They did it to make you believe that whatever that they are claiming against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the truth. That is the reason why the horrible incidents done by them, after a few days, emergency court proceedings, which never happened ever since Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in the July. And they're doing it just to confuse you, to convince you that the political solution is working. Believe you me, there is nothing the political solution is doing for now. Maybe later it will do. But for now, there is nothing. They are still cooking their propaganda. They are still cooking their case. Like trying to find something to pin on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, but they will always fail on arrival. They will always die on arrival. Because it does not know water. They do not have a solid evidence. They do not have a solid case to label against this man. That is the reason why they are trying to create evidence by themselves, because they do not have one. By beheading police officers. First was unknown gunmen. Now, the unknown gunmen are now known. Are you paying attention? Unknown gunmen that is burning police station, raising station, they are now known to be IPOB and ESN. The unknown gunmen, they were killing people, masking their face. Now they were raising police station, masking their face. Now they have beheaded people. They have beheaded people, police officers, for that matter, without being anonymous. That is to show you that where you are living is a banana republic. It is a contraption. It is not a country. It is Royal Niger Company sold to British. That is to show you that it is a Royal Niger Company sold to British. That is the reason why you find the government killing the police, people they have employed to protect the nation, just to prove a point to the world, to deceive those gullible news or media houses that does not investigate anything. They come and start talking rubbish, giving out garbage information, misleading the public, because that's what those media houses are presented to do. Misleading the public. Unknown gunmen are now known. From unknown gunmen, they are now known beheading police officers, calling one Fulani. Are you paying attention for what happened there? I know that so many people must have given their opinion based on what happened on beheading of police officers. I saw that video. I was not in a position to make this exposition. I saw that video. I watched it and I saw everything. Unfortunately, I cannot play it because Facebook will block it. They said it is ESN. They said it is ESN. After a few days, Mazen court. All of a sudden, everybody was allowed into the court. Mazen Namdekano was not presented in court. They issued to give them comfort. Who knows exactly what they are cooking now in the DSS dungeon? Who knows exactly what they are going to be subjecting Mazen Namdekano, the situation that he will be going through right now in the DSS dungeon? Because what you saw that they have presented to you is a sham, is a drama. It is a drama. I know so many of you might be excited that the court ordered DSS to give him a comfort. Why would court not order DSS? Why is court not ordering DSS to take Mazen Namdekano to the correctional center, which is a right of every criminal, even though in this case scenario there is no criminal here? It is a right to every known criminal, but in this case scenario there is no criminal here. That when you arrest a criminal, within 48 hours you try them. If they are being sent on a waiting trial, they must be moved into the correctional center, which means Nigeria government is undermining their correctional center. That is the reason why bandit had opportunity, unknown gunmen had the opportunity to go into their correctional center and do what they did. Do you know why they told you there was a break-in in the correctional center, wherever in the north? To make you know, but they are insulting themselves. Nigeria government is insulting themselves. You are proving to the world that you are indeed not a country but a contraption. You are proving to the world that you are indeed a subject of Britain. Do you know how you are doing it? You are proving to the world that your correctional facility does not have security. That is the reason why you cannot put Mazen Namdekano there, because there will be a prison break. After beheading police in the east, after beheading police in the east, listen to what happened. After beheading police in the east, these two incidents happened very to each other. Okay, very close. The date happened very close to each other. After people, some police officers in the east, labeling them to be a Fulani, labeling some of them to be Hausa, now making it clear to you that these are planned deal. Now, a correctional center was broken into. A correctional center was broken. After a correctional center was broken into, somewhere in Jos or wherever, or Plateau State, I don't know, I can't recall, but if you remember it, you can actually put it there. Was broken into by unknown gunmen. Are you paying attention? After heading police in the east, correctional center, or before then, correctional center was invaded by so-called unknown gunmen. Now, all of a sudden, emergency court proceedings of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was called, and they issued a directive DSS, which was the, according to the legal councils, they've been, requesting for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu under his right to be moved into the correctional facility where he will get in a good medical attention. It's not like it's good, but it's better than the DSS dungeon. So, for them to move him, the only thing after the prison break was happened in the north, head was cut off from head of police was cut off. They called for emergency court proceeding. They now issued a directive. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should be given all the comfort he needed, or all the comfort that he need, and be visited by whom he wants, knowing quite well that this DSS does not take orders from the court. They take orders from president only. And the Malami, they take orders from president and Malami, which is the attorney general. That is where the DSS take their directive from, their orders from. They do not take their orders from the judiciary. They take their orders from the president, just like the military. The court now claim they have given the directive. Let's see how this directive is being followed. Did you hear any change? We are going to see on Monday, because they are going to report if indeed, if you see anybody visit him, they are going to report the same thing. They broke a prison. They call for emergency court sitting. They now tell you, give him comfort, instead of telling them to transfer him to correctional center, just to show you correctional center is not safe. To show you that the correctional center is not safe, they broke into correctional center. That's what they did. They broke into the correctional center. They called for emergency court sitting. They issued a directive to this company or whatever they are, who only take their orders from the president, not from the judiciary, to make sure that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu get a comfort. Where do you see that happening? Where on earth do you see that happening? Because when I heard about this emergency court sitting, I thought it through. I investigated, I think about it. How come? How possible? Do they want to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? What it will be the catch? Does it mean that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have agreed to their terms? Because I don't see anything like to that add up on this. The incidents, the broker, the invasion, and all this now court proceedings all of a sudden, out of the blue. And you believe that it is going to be in the favor of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is not the plan. Their plan is to bring all these incidents together, to use it to still place Mazen Nnamdi Kanu incommunicado, to use it to blame, to pin everything they have done on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu while he's an incommunicado. I hope you are paying attention. The same reason why, because Sowore came to stand in solidarity with whom he called a brother, to stand in solidarity with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He's a freedom fighter just like him. To stand in solidarity. Let's see this video. I hope it's the right one. Let's see this video.
Look at what is happening here live in Federal High Court, Abuja. Showore just left here. A group of Hausa boys, or should I call them Fulani boys, they were attacking him. So I don't know if I can, because traffic hold him down there. I need to get to know what is happening. And people here, they don't even want such that kind of a thing to happen. Imagine a situation whereby somebody will come to stand in solidarity to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he will be attacked, and all of us will be forward now. It can't happen. So I'm sure he's gone back.
I think just pardon me for that cut of that video. That wasn't the right one that I was showing you, even though it is the same video, but I just want to show you how the attack was captured. Hope is this one. Yes.
Go. Yeah, we should just be at the you can see them. Wait. Back.
Do you want to tell me that if this what is going on here is exactly that this court proceedings was legitimate? If this court proceedings was, or if it was done with good intention, if it was done with good intention, would you see people who are coming, who try to stand in solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being attacked? Would you see that happening? No, you cannot see it happening. If indeed that these people want peace, if indeed they want peace, would you see this thing happening? Sowore is from the south. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is from the south. The people attacking him is from the north. The people that is attacking him is from the north. If you had heard the guy who was speaking initially or earlier on, saying that this group of people from the north, Hausas, some Hausas, are attacking Sowore, that they even stood up to defend Sowore. You see, those in front were the people who were attacking Sowore. That's how you saw Sowore driving off to secure his life. Driving off just like that, pulling off like that to secure his life. These are the people who say there will be peace, who say they want peace, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is their problem. All these people, look at it. What exactly is this? This is the same thing they have started from the east by beheading police, naming them Fulani, naming them Hausa, naming them this, to start a tribal war to pin it on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have not started any violence as yet. We have not started any violence as yet. Like I said before, I am saying it again. We have not started our own violent or disobedient, because what you are seeing, even the sit at home, we are people who devote themselves to do so because it was cancelled already. Because the next stage we are going to be engaging into should be a revolutionary movement, just like the End SARS movement. That will be the next phase, and that is the best language that these people and their structure understand. That is the best language they understand. You see, people are trying to defend Sowore. People are trying to defend him because actually these people actually got him in front. They got him in front, and I am going to show you what went on when they got him. They damaged his car, but he managed to escape. Thank God he managed to escape. Maybe you were gonna hear that Sowore was killed by a group of unknown bandits or by a group of unknown people. You know, that's what you were going to hear. At the end of it, the police or the government will tell you, we are investigating. We are going to make sure that those perpetrators are brought to justice. That's what they will tell you, and that's the end of it. That's the end of it. That is the car. That's how they damaged the car. They actually trying to. They were to that. These are the people who claim the One Piece in Nigeria. These are the people who claim that we can be together.
That's what they do. Each time they hear I'll be in court. They mobilize these guys to attack me personally and hurt me. So this is what they did to my car today. You can see all the scratches of stoning and just like this.
Did you see that?
This is that's what the Nigerian state is like. But the struggle continues. There's nothing they can do about this. The struggle must continue.
That is it. Just for standing on the side of the truth. That's what you collect. That's what you get. For standing on the side of the truth. This is what you get.
Thugs, Oceans mobilized,
and that is how
DSS. They've always done this.
This is how life is being in Nigeria, and will always continue to be this way until the disintegration is done. When there is a revolution in Nigeria, you will know that that Niger company that you know sold to Britain, it does not exist anymore. It is being disintegrated. From the ashes of that Niger company, a new world is reborn. A new nation emerge. Without revolution, you can never destroy the structure of that Niger company sold to Britain 850 per £1,000. You will never, ever, ever be free from that structure without a revolution.
I have to say something.
Because everything is wrong.
Thugs, Oceans,
with the structure, everything is wrong.
They've always done this each time they see me within the court premises.
These are the people who want peace. Lai Mohammed was very fast because he is the agent of wickedness. They will present because he knows how to paint things. He knows how to narrate stories, lies, propaganda to the world. He was present IPOB, ESN, beheaded police officers, saying they're starting tribalism. These tribal issues that they are starting tribal issues. This is the real tribal issue that you are seeing, because those whom you saw there killing police officers, they used to be unknown gunmen, but today they are known. All of a sudden, after they are known, court proceedings was arranged, After that,
from
or before that, prison break was done for them to keep denying Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from being transferred to correctional center.
To attack me personally.
Down during the time of court proceeding, after the court proceeding, this is what we get for standing on the side of the truth, because they do not want anybody to stand on the side of the truth, especially the people.
This is that's what the Nigerian state is.
The world pay attention to.
Struggle.
They do not want them to stand on the side of the truth.
The struggle must continue.
That is it. This is exactly what you are going through. This is exactly what is going on in the zoo called Nigeria. And as if a zoo where they give the age 87, a zoo where everybody can carry AK-47. There is a video that is making round in social media where a young boy was arrested. They claimed he killed bandits. They killed bandits who were intimidating him in the bush where they always dwell.
Kana ji na ku? Za ka iya samu ta cibiya ka harba? To, gwada mu gani.
AK-47 is for free. AK-47 is for free for when it comes to the people Fulani, when it comes to the people in the north. AK-47 is accessible. It is not a crime. Anybody can handle it, including children, including women. But when AK-47 is being used to pursue terrorists in the land in the east, it becomes a big problem. It becomes a crime because it was done by the subject of the Fulani and Britain. It was done by the subject of Fulani and Britain. That is the reason why you will never get it right in the zoo. In that zoological republic, you will never ever get it right. This is their school. Children are supposed to be going to school. This is their school. This is their school. How they attend their school, how to handle sophisticated weapons, how to handle sophisticated weapons to kill people. That is the school. That is the first education that they get, they attain. Very small boy. They claimed he killed 2 bandits with this AK-47. He killed 2 bandits who are ill-treating him in the bush. That is the reason why he was arrested. And he is demonstrating how to handle a gun confidently. How to handle a gun confidently. These are the people when they grow them up, they grow them up like animals, they grow them up like vampires. All they look for is whom to kill. All they look for, these children, innocent children, was turned into bloodthirsty demons. Innocent children, and tomorrow they call them bandits instead of calling them what they are. Their school is to learn how to handle AK-47, to learn how to kill people, to learn how to kill infidels. That is the school they are placing these children into. That is what is happening in the Royal Niger Company, the zoo. This is exactly what is happening there, where the president is missing in action sometimes. This is it. Children handling a sophisticated weapon that some of these adults have never touched in the East. When you touch it, you will be called a terrorist. But when the northern people touch it, they call them the headers. They call them the headers. Or they call them the bandits. Instead of calling them whom they are. When a child is his life and livelihood was taken away from them, replacing them with AK-47, how to handle it, how to set the magazine, how to insert the magazine, how to set it on the, or did it perfectly. This child is not even up to 12 years old or 13 years old, but he is able to carry a sophisticated weapon to kill 2 people. He killed 2 people in the bush before he was arrested. They claim he killed the bandits who were ill-treating him. Their school is how to handle AK-47, and they will be deployed in the east with some cows. You will believe that these are cow movers or these are cattle movers. You wouldn't know that these are bloodthirsty demons. These are bloodthirsty animals whom their childhood was taken away from them, whom were traumatized all their lives. Psychological, they are damaged. These people are unrepairable. You see, these children, they can never go, you can never take them through a rehabilitation process that is going to cure their mind of this disease of called terrorism. Because these people from childhood, from birth, from whenever they begin to speak, they were able to hold something. The first school that they are going is how to handle a gun, how to kill people, how to kill infidels, according to their so-called Quran. Because they are going to tell you that their Quran told them, or their Quran taught them. They are quoting Quran out of context, using it to destroy these children, making them terrorists when they grow up. These are the people you want to be in the same nation as. These are the people who hold the power given to them by Britain. Is it exactly what you want as a nation? Where children and their childhood is being taken away before they will even be born. And this person, they are claiming that they arrested for killing 2 bandits in the bush before running. They claim they have arrested him, but the people who claim they arrested him, they don't want to show their faces. They are not showing their faces. But they claim this boy was arrested, or he's been arrested. So, my people, it is high time we need to understand that these things that we are seeing can never end. What we are seeing in Nigeria, the wickedness, marginalization, tribal power, tussle, it will never end. It will never, ever, ever end. As far as that structure called Royal Niger Company is concerned, it will never ever end, because you are a subject to someone, you are a subject to some people. You are actually bought like a commodity. They bought you, and that is the reason why they will keep doing as they please with you. Let us go back to this northern
Consensus Movement NCM, comprising of notable northern activists and association of traders, transporters, and marketers dealing in consumable foodstuffs, cattle, grains, and many other food items that shuttles between the northern and the southern part of the country, called for this press conference as a response to some Igbo leaders hosted for a reception by Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, where they requested for the release of their tribal warlord, Nnamdi Kanu.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Tribal warlord. That is the reason why they went ahead swiftly to cut off 3 heads of police officers. 3 heads of police officers. So that they will pin it on their so-called tribal warlord. They will pin it on the tribal warlord, according to how he called Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Keep listening.
In fact, this visit by the Igbo leaders to Mr. President, seeking for the IPOB leader, seeking for the release of the IPOB leader is unacceptable by NCM, because this type of gatherings is what usually encourages ethnicity and foiling ethnic crisis for too long in Nigeria. For how long shall we as Nigerians be looking at ourselves in tribal lines? We have.
This was made before head was cut off and was saying this is Fulani. This one is Fulani. That one is Hausa. You know, this was done. After this was done, head was cut off. 3 head of police officers was cut off. The tribal issues was created there in that scene to back up all the claim of these evildoers. To back up all the claims of these evildoers. Pay very good attention. I want you to go back to watch that video. You might find it on WhatsApp. You go back to watch that video, exactly what happened there. Then you listen back to this.
Over 50 ethnic groups and 529 tribes in Nigeria. So each group should gather themselves to Aso Rock after committing series of crimes against fellow citizens and demand for the release of the perpetrators because they represent their ethnic interests. Meanwhile, going by the position of the president that he will look into their request despite the weight it carries as confessed by him, we in the NCM will have no option than to mobilize northern organizations and interest groups that lost their loved ones and properties as a result of Nnamdi Kanu's atrocities, to also seek audience with the president as he's about to set a precedent for not putting into consideration those still feeling the pains for killings and the loss of loved ones, notwithstanding Mr. President swore to protect every Nigerian irrespective of his tribe or religious background. Therefore, it is important to note that each ethnic group too has its own peculiar problem and should go and see the president on their personal problems. In any case, the Igbo leaders did not and have not gone to discuss how Nigeria is to progress into future, but to release to them their tribal boy, despite the non-daily killings of other innocent tribes.
Despite the daily killings of other innocent tribes, you know which tribe he's talking about, because he himself, they support terrorism. Those terrorists that are mingling in your bushes, that are staying in your bushes, raping your women, raping cows, those are the people that he called that you are killing other tribes. To make it clear, they prepared their mercenaries who speak your language fluently to go and cut off heads and tell you one is Fulani. They go and cut off head and tell you one is Fulani. That is exactly what they are doing. Let us continue. Pay very good attention. Then you put two together.
In Nigeria, which they are aware of. The NCM want to make it crystal clear that if Nnamdi Kanu should have personal problems in any case, the Igbo leaders did not and have not gone to discuss how Nigeria is to progress into future, but to release to them their tribal boy, despite the non-daily killings of other innocent tribes, in Nigeria, which they are aware of. The NCM want to make it crystal clear that if Nnamdi Kanu should be released to his tribal bigots, we will mobilize other ethnic groups to act in the same way and also later demand for audience with the president for their release. It is expedient to note that a stitch in time saves 9. We will always prefer to be addressed as Nigerians than reducing Nigeria to a mere ethnic jaguist. In conclusion,
remember, this was the man who said they are placing 100 million bounty on the head of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Remember very, very well. He is still the same man who was placing 100 million bounty on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's head. So, do you think they will not go any extent or any length to make sure that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is pinned? Do you think they will not even go to the length of cutting hairs, naming them, giving them tribals, creating tribal issues to channel it on the innocent? Do you think they are not capable of doing it? Keep listening.
Nnamdi Kanu is facing a criminal charges against the state. Therefore, there's no amount of pleading by his kinsmen to be just released after being instrumental to the killings of over 178 security personnel, loss of innocent lives, and properties. You know, properties of individuals and that of even governments that is worth trillions of naira by the outlawed IPOB and ESN Nnamdi Kanu's group. Here what we are saying is simple. It is impossible as northerners to believe that some group of people, to be precise the Igbos, after so many lives were lost in the name of Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB / his ESN outlawed organization, that so many lives were lost, properties destroyed, more than almost 200 security personnel were killed, government properties destroyed, individual properties destroyed. Yet, Igbo leaders didn't consider to go to visit the president in an issue that will bring Nigeria together to discuss Nigeria, to discuss the future of Nigeria, to discuss the development of Nigeria. Instead, they are going to request for president to release someone who has committed treasonable felony against the Nigerian state, who has been the cause of loss of lives and property of innocent security personnel that are doing.
So Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was the cost of the loss of lives in Lekki Toll Gate. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was the cost of loss of lives in Asaba massacre. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, was he the one who killed those people in Mpo? Was Mazen, or because they are not part of Nigeria? Those people who died outside, they are not part of Nigeria. Okay, let's talk about Lekki Toll Gate massacre. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, was he the one who killed people in Lekki Toll Gate? These are the questions that you need to be asking these people Was it Mazen Namdekan who killed all these innocent people who died in October 2020? Was it him? You talk about loss of life, loss damage to people's property. You are not talking about how many people the SARS that you guys created killed in Nigeria and how many organs they harvested. They don't talk about these things. They do not. They are not talking about these terrorists who, when they are arrested, they will claim that they have repented. That is the reason why they have that guts to keep killing people and displacing them from their homes. These are politicians. They don't represent anybody. They represent their cabals. For those of you who will believe that there are people in the north who will agree with these people, they don't have a voice. Most of them are cattle movers. They don't have a voice. They don't even have a phone. Once they have those radio 2 batteries, they listen to their Hausa music and Hausa radio to know when they tell them to attack in a sign. That's what they do. That is the reason why you don't find a lot of them complaining about the terrorists, ISWAP, bandits, Boko Haram, killing them. You won't hear it from them. These people can never say the heart of the people. They only say the heart of the cabals. That's what they do. And that is the reason why you must call for a revolution to destroy this royal Niger business called Nigeria. If you do not, you will keep seeing this and it will always or only get worse. Keep listening.
Lawful duty for the protections of lives and property of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the killings of innocent Nigerians, most especially Nigerians from the northern part of Nigeria who were in the southern part in the name of lawful business. Nnamdi Kanu instigated the killings and destructions of lives and property.
Did you see the reason why they went and they did what they did to those police officers and they call for emergency court proceedings? I want you to be connecting the dots where it all began. Keep connecting the dots before they call for the emergency lost court sitting. And they acted all good, brought everybody in, and not bring Mazen Namdekan because you cannot hear from him. Keep listening.
Every Nigerian is aware of the Biafra radio. Every Nigerian is aware of the kind of broadcast Nnamdi Kanu have been having and the instigative statement. He has called for war. He has instructed for killings. He has done that with impunity. He has done that without respect. He has called Nigeria and Nigerians zoo. He called us monkeys.
Nigeria is a zoo. It's not like he called Nigeria is a zoo. If I may ask this man, because I believe that you are more educated more than these others around you. If I should ask you a question, what adjective will you use to qualify Nigeria in the way that they are living? What are you going to use to identify Nigeria if you are a truthful man? A Nigeria with no good road, Nigeria with no steady electricity after 61 years, Nigeria with no hospital, president is flying up and down, going for medical checkup using taxpayers' money. What is it that you are going to call this contraption when parents will spend all their life savings sending their children to school? They tell you education is the key, but the lock is not found in Nigeria. People are dying in Mediterranean Sea just to escape from this zoo. What is chasing people out of Nigeria if it is not a zoo? What exactly is Why is the reason why people are dying in Mediterranean Sea just to run away from your so-called Nigeria? A question that need to be answered. You don't even have answer to it. You are crying because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu called Nigeria a zoo. What is it that you will call Nigeria at 61 in its present state? You see the roads, when it rains, people will be swimming on the flood. It's not like there is a tornado. There is no tornado. There is no 5 days rain. It is just a normal rain because there is no channel for rain to pass through. There is no sewage system. There is nothing. That is the reason why when it rains, you find those type of posts I posted earlier on. You find the road flooding. You find people using that as a employment or as a job temporarily. They will just start carrying people on their back, crossing them from this flood. Is that what will you call that type of country if not a zoo? What is it you are going to call it? There is no infrastructure, no hospital, yet Buhari fly up and down, going to medical checkup. I believe you do the same because you have the money. Other people must die. Mosquito bite everywhere. The same way the flood is flooding everywhere. The same way mosquito is breeding different breeds of mosquito, giving people typhoid and malaria. And you say you want to call it a country. A country where someone is arrested and they will stay in the police custody for 2 years without trial. Police is the judge, police is the judiciary. And what do you want to call that country? If not, a zoo is actually a best place, a best name. A country where a police will see someone just because they exchange words with them, they shoot at them in front of everybody, and it will be swept under the carpet. A country where everybody is traumatized. A country where children are handling sophisticated weapons. A country where children are killing people. What do you call that place? What is it that you are going to call that place to make sure that what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu called Nigeria is out of wickedness? When you guys use taxpayers' money, you dress up, you come behind the microphone, you start lying to the world, you believe everybody is going to buy your stories, your deception. Keep listening.
Yet, these Igbo leaders didn't see that as a fault. They are going to the federal government to demand that Nnamdi Kanu be released just like that, in the name of whatever they think. For as long as the president deems it fit to provide that opportunity for the Igbos to go and begin to demand for Nnamdi Kanu, there are so many other northerners that were arrested in issues that is not even as close as that of Nnamdi Kanu. But no northerner has ever gone to the president to request for the release of those people, because we know the law, we believe in the law, we respect the law, and we are allowing the law to take its course on.
You know the law, you respect the law, you believe in the law, you are allowing the law to take its course. Okay, the law that you are allowing to take its course, what is the law? Where is the law that stated that when you go to another man's country, you abduct someone? Where is the law that when you abduct someone whom you do not have any evidence to pin him, you place him on the police holding cell for the past 4 months? without giving him access to medical checkup for what inhuman treatment you subjected him to since from Kenya. Since from Kenya, inhuman treatment. You without giving him access to medical checkup. But you guys know the law. Because you guys are the cabals that run Nigeria, that run that same zoo. You guys are the cabals. And you claim you know the law. You know the law, but which law that states that when you catch a terrorist who kill people, recruit them into the army? You know the law. Which law states that some part of the country will be used to build the economy? And it's the same being marginalized. They don't get the benefit that people in the north are getting. Do you know that some people are getting government money from the north? But in the east, you will never see that. People are getting government funding from the north. From in the east, you will never ever see where it happens. You guys know the law of marginalization. That is the law you know. Wicked law. Law that practice oligarchy. There is something you must understand tonight. In that contraption, in that Royal Niger company that you find yourself into, there is a way. Democracy is very, very expensive. Democracy is very, very expensive. If you are not in the full control of your resources, of your economy, you can never, ever, or you will never be able to afford democracy, because democracy is very expensive. The reason why the Europeans are able to afford democracy is only because they placed their subject under oligarchy, which is Africa. In these African countries, they divided amongst themselves, placed them under oligarchy, making sure that they use your resources to sustain their democracy. That's what they do. They use your resources to sustain their democracy. That is the reason why they impose democracy that you can never ever afford. And the only thing that is going to solve that is revolution. Revolution disintegrates the old structure, the old system, and give birth to a fresh start. That is what revolution does. Revolution makes a way. Revolution destroys tyranny. Revolution destroys neocolonialism. Revolution does a lot of things that will be able to remove you from this colonial structure, remove you from being this Royal Niger company bought by Britain. That is what revolution is all about. They have exploited you enough. They have exploited you enough. Nigeria crude oil was used to fight the First or the Second World War, undocumented by the Britain. They explored all these resources, undocumented, and they have reserve ever since that time. The people who are in charge of your petroleum are not Nigerians. So whatever they figure they bring out to you, you say yes. You say yes. If they get 10 barrels, they can tell you they only receive 3 barrels. Meanwhile, you are exporting this oil to be refined and you are buying it back. They want to remove a petroleum subsidy and they want to start paying people grant. They want to start giving, or they call it transportation grant to people. Do you know where you will find it? They want to start funding Fulani. They want to start funding Fulani. That is the promise made to Fulani after proscribing them, because they see that the whole world is watching. If we proscribe you, we will start paying you 5,000 every, is it every week or every month, or I don't know even know what 5,000 is going to do. I am not sure what 5,000 is going to do, because the last time I checked, 5,000 is around, maybe is less than $10. 5,000 is less than $10. What are you going to do with it? All these things are the things, when you look at them, you want to remain in that curse called the nigger area. Is it where you want to be? You will never afford democracy, because your economy, your resources is not in your hands. It is being managed by Britain. Whichever one left over they give you, these same vouchers you call your leaders, they exploit it, and yet they tell you to go to school. But they don't give you what doing after going to school. And you are crying because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu called Nigeria a zoo. Can you imagine that? This is all where I am going to leave it for tonight. Share this video. Make sure you do your part. Share the video. Do your part. Because in this cause of freedom, we must emerge victoriously. But for now, stay safe and stay informed.